today, and that is how the Democrats are trying to, I don't know, how would you put it, recast the message today?
It's a reset button, and they're punching it tomorrow, starting in Phoenix. There have been over 500 town hall meetings in the first half of this August recess. There are exactly 14 days left before lawmakers come back to Washington. Tomorrow, the Democrats are going to launch a whole new blitz of 1,000 events that they're going to try to hold around the country in the next 14 days, anchored by an 11-city bus tour across the country to talk about it. They're going to do press conferences and rallies, the kind of things where, frankly, the audience listens and doesn't ask questions or make statements such as these town hall problems. And they are overtly organizing it from Washington with the help of the Democratic National Committee, organizing For America, which is the former Obama 08 campaign now at the DNC, and a whole host of D.C.-based networks to reach out across the country. The irony here, Shep, is that Democrats complained mightily. Nancy Pelosi referred to the locally grassroots organized protests at these town halls as, quote, AstroTurf, as though they were manufactured and artificial. And now what they're doing is, from the Democratic National Committee and the White House, organizing the opposition. We've got some documents that we're going to reveal in a little while that explain that, in fact, they're actually talking about specific congressmen and, quote, overwhelming their town halls in the next 14 days. Exactly what they complained that Republicans were doing.
Right. That is exactly what they complained about. You know, when you look at the different styles, it almost, Carl, and help me with this, but it looks like the Democrats are really caught off guard. You know, all of these Republican and even bigger conservative talking heads, people on the internet, people on the radio, people on television saying this is what we should do, this is what we should do, this is what we should do. Then out they all came. Democrats caught off guard, and that's not how Democrats do things. They don't have the talking heads and all of that in place, so they're going to do it in another way. But
well, they got the White House. They got the President of the United States. And he's got the biggest bully pulpit of all of them. But you're right. The administration, Congress and Democrats have all acknowledged that they were caught off guard by the volume, the sheer amplification of the opponents at these town hall meetings, and frankly, they were caught off guard by a lot of the concerns. End-of-life counseling, which has been dubbed death panels by its critics,
which it isn't.
Well, that's right. It really isn't death counseling and death panels, but it was an incredible distraction, and it successfully required the administration and congressional Democrats to focus on one little component that you could argue round or flat, instead of the aggregate health care reform program. So Democrats have not only been caught off guard by the sheer volume of opposition, but they've also been tripped up by the tactics that opponents have used.
Carl Cameron, always a pleasure, my friend. Have a great day.
You bet.
All right. The controversial Libyan leader, Muammar Gaddafi,